goes the notifications. We love to hear those going out. My volume mixer. Okay, great. So this is so stupid. Volume. When you pull up a browser window, the volume fader won't appear until the browser makes noise. This is so dumb. I can't adjust the volume of my browser window until it blasts me, right? I don't even know where the volume's going to be set at when it pops on. This is so dumb. Another Windows 11.
Josh G.
There it is.
Morning.
Yeah, now it finally appears. There it is. Now I can adjust it. Wow. I have to put that into my list of Windows 11. This is number 22. Volume fader for browser window will not appear until the browser produces
Nick
sound.
Brown. Morning.
So not good. Hey Nick, hey Josh, how's it going, guys?
Josh G. Haven't switched to 11 yet.
Yeah.
Still satisfied with 10 for now.
You know, it solved a couple of my problems and it made it worth it for me. Because Windows 10, when I plugged my phone in, it wouldn't recognize that I was plugging my phone in to download the videos off of. And I had to do some finagling to get the phone in Windows 10 to recognize that I was plugging a phone in, which is an additional hard drive. It shouldn't be that big of a deal, right? Windows 11, boom, sees it instantly. So they fixed that one thing. If they had just fixed that one thing and put it on Windows 10, I'd still be on Windows 10, bro. Because everything else is better on Windows 10. I think Windows 11 it's a scam, bro. I mean, what I don't even understand is why they're taking steps backwards and making things worse and dumber and harder to work with. Why aren't there visual audio
Patrick
meters
John
under
Welder.
the volume faders like there used to be?
Good morning, Nate.
You know?
Apply a huge mothership in our solar system according to Pentagon chief. Who gave him his job?
We did. Because we're a bunch of idiots. Yeah, of course there's no mothership in outer space. He's such a moron. Just don't even, you know what? Don't even repeat what he says, okay, man? It doesn't make it better. It just makes it worse. Platforming that piece of shit. I can't even stand it. Here's some good news. The UK is banning hunting with packs of dogs, which puts a big damper on fox hunting. Because those guys aren't going to be able to chase a fox without their dogs showing them where the fox is. Right? Fantastic law. I applaud UK. And listen, I never applaud the UK. I love my fans from the UK, just so you guys know you guys are protected. But I fucking hate the UK, just so you know. I fucking hate it. Love some of my fans from the UK, just gonna make that clear. But I hate your fucking country, I hate your fucking leadership, I hate your fucking royalty, and I hate the way you fucking do shit. And I hate your stupid little words you come up with like Brexit. I hate shit like that. You know? It's so fun to say. Let's be a bunch of racists and say Brexit. Ugh. So glad that failed. You know? Glad Brexit failed because I knew it would. Let's put that over there. I brought some of my beautiful lacquered pieces of wood for you to see how pretty they look when they're shiny. Like they just came out of the water. It's when they're the most beautiful. But then actually when you dry them out, they're pretty too. I like them when they're dry. They're pretty when they're wet. But anyway, this is one of the real pretty pieces. It looks like a mountain or a shark's fin or something. And this one, of course.
Patrick John Welder.
This one is really
Not
cool.
a fan of the tea and crumpets.
Yeah, I don't mind tea. I don't know what crumpets are, cookies, whatever. I don't mind tea and cookies. I think it's stupid to call cookies crumpets. But, you know, they got to do everything differently over there for some reason. That's a little harder to see. Here, maybe it'll be bright. Oh, it's brighter over here. Here you go. That's much better to see. There you go. See all the neat faces and things in that. There's all kinds of interesting things to look at on that one. I love this one. I'd love to really lacquer that one stronger. This one's pretty too. Look at this. And if you look at this like this, kind of has a face of a cat on it, or you know, like it's got like a face, almost like Jabba the Hutt. It looks like Jabba the Hutt. If I was fatter, I'd be Jabba. It's a little too bright to see it there. Here, you'll see the facial features better like this, maybe.
Josh
You gotta
G.
hold it at the right angle.
Those would look badass in an aquarium.
Yeah, after you lacquered them fully so that they would be protected by the water. They just get soft in the water. They last for years, but yeah, I'd rather have them lacquered before I drop them underwater. There's no telling how old this stuff is. You know, how long it took little tiny particles of sand to grind this down like that. That's the one that hasn't been lacquered right here. This is what they look like when they're just right out of the water and you just sun dry them for a few days. Here's another one that I've lacquered. This one is really cool. I really like this one. Got a lot of horns and antlers and things on it, skulls and beaks and talons and arms and bodies and boobies and whatever the heck you can see out of there, man. All kinds of stuff. And then we got this one. This one's one of my favorites, actually, because it's just so smooth and beautiful and perfect. I lacquered this one too. But this one was really sucking the lacquer in, you know, so it has to be re-lacquered several times, I think. But don't you love that? The texture in that? Isn't that? It's like a fingerprint. You'll never find another piece of wood just like this one. You know? It's a one-of-a-kind piece of art. I'm going to be really excited to send some of these over to Billy to have him make some pretty artwork with them, man.
Josh G.
This is where it comes from,
Looks
though,
like
right
a
out of my
crashing
creek.
wave.
Looks like a crashing wave. Oh, bro. You're right. It does, man. It does. You're right. I think it's, you know, like, kind of like this. Maybe if I hold it the other way. But I see what you're talking about, totally. It does look like, especially right here, it looks like a wave peak coming over. Yeah, man, it totally looks like a wave. So, I know it's silly and basic, but it's the kind of thing that brings me happiness. And sometimes in your life, you know, a little piece of wood that you find in a creek can make you happy. Hey, man, I'm finding my hat. And this one is heavy. This is probably oak. And this is probably really old because it probably took a lot longer for this to be honed down. But you can just tell by the weight of it, it's probably a piece of oak. It's hardwood for sure. That one, not so worried about it breaking apart, you know. Oh. That just made my morning. I had a gnat fly into my coffee. I will drink. I don't care if I get a gnat in my coffee. I'll drink it. But I want to get the gnat out of it. I don't care that there was a gnat in there. You know, you don't think that something you ate at a restaurant had a gnat sitting on it? Whatever. So I just pull the gnat out and then I drink the coffee, right? Well, I went to pull the gnat out and it sunk down in the coffee. And I was like, well, that's a fail. I took a drink out of the coffee. I didn't taste the gnat. I was like, it's still in there, I bet. I don't want to drink the gnat. So I just let it sit. That little fucker rose to the top again. I got him that time. Hey, you know what I have to say about that? Oh! Fucking gnat. All right, so anyway. So the UK banned fox hunting, and that's worth celebrating. You know, there's going to be a lot more foxes running around raising their little foxlets And that makes me happy because foxes are really cool animals and they don't deserve to be hunted down and you know, by a pack of dogs and a bunch of fucking slobbering fucking morons with guns. You know, that's not a challenge, man. It's just
Patrick
fucking, it's
John
sick.
Welder.
People are sick.
I'm a mouth breather, so I get a huge nutrition of gnats.
You're a mouth breather. What is your nose clogged, bro? You got like sinuses, or you got like a deviated septum, or I mean, I understand sometimes I'm a mouth breather because sometimes I get congested. If my cat comes near me, sometimes it'll clog me up. Or certain flowers are blooming outside and then but like right now,
Patrick John Welder.
allergies.
Bad man.
Have you tried medicine, bro? Have you tried different things? Let me know if anything works for you, and let me know what works, what doesn't work. You know, there's so many allergy medications out there today, so let me know if any of that works for you. I was thinking about putting a little, this is a partially smoked bowl, but I was thinking about putting a little special nice on top of it. Why? Because I'm a special nice kind of guy, special nice, special nice. So I was thinking, because I'm going to do that I would use the bent neck on here to keep it upright. Yeah. You know, I was thinking,
Patrick John Welder. Zyrtec works really well.
Yeah.
The pollen count is insane right now in South Texas.
Man, what's going on? We got to talk about what's going on with drag shows in Alabama, Texas, other places. These guys do not want your children. Okay? I want you guys to know that. They're not out to groom or convert or to indoctrinate your children. That's not what they're doing. Okay? So stop accusing them of that. And you know, you might as well accuse your churches of it too. Because don't your churches have little programs for kids? Oh, and they're going to show them violent shit at church too. Oh, look what happened to Jesus Christ. They put him up on a cross and they fucking drove stakes through his hands and put a thorny cross on his head and stabbed him in his freaking abdomen. You know, that's pretty violent. So if a little 8-year, 7-year, 6-year-old kid can be told about the death of Jesus Christ in a church and sit in a classroom with a fucking perverted goddamn preacher or priest or a you know, one of those freaking people that comes in there to molest the children, because they got plenty of them. Don't tell me you're worried about the freaking drag queens, okay? You're going to send your kids off. You're not even going to monitor them. You're going to leave them at the church all day to be molested by the fucking clergy. You fucking hypocrites. Let me hear from my audience on that. You guys trust the church, but you don't trust the drag queens? Let me hear from you. Let me hear from all the people out there that leave their children at the church with the fucking pastors who repeatedly get turned in for child molestation. No, but you trust Christianity and the Catholicism and the preachers and the churches, right? Let me hear from y'all that drop your kids off on Sundays at the church. Anybody? Nobody, huh? Yeah, you don't trust the churches, do you? None of you do you? You wouldn't leave your kids at a fucking church, would you? Well, trust me, you'd have a lot better luck leaving them at a drag queen show.
Patrick John Welder. I would never leave my kids at any church.
I wouldn't either after what's been proven to happen to kids at churches all the time. They got a thing called the rectory? Really? The rectory? Wow. Wonder what they do to kids in there. I mean, they literally tell you what they're doing. But, you know, go subscribe to that religion, you know, and be very fearful of the drag queens. You know, they're doing a fucking show. They're putting makeup on their faces and dancing around. If that bothers you, you know what? I can't help you. If that bothers you, I can't help you. You can't even help yourself. Anyway, it's good to see crypto's coming back a little bit today. It's making a little comeback. I'm almost back to zero.
Billy Valentine.
34.3.
Morning.
When I hit 34.5.
I don't even let the practicing superstitious / church
zero.
people speak to my children.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be as worried about a drag queen, though.
The freaking oracle.
Somebody who's been,
Morning.
subjected to discrimination his or
Patrick
her
John
entire
Welder.
life.
Church is a safe place for child molesters. It's sick.
I'll smoke to that. Fuck a church. No law regarding cannabis. Fuck your religion. No law regarding cannabis. Cannabism, tisms for all. Cheers, everybody. Patrick, Oracle, Billy, and anybody that's on the Rumble. Thanks for joining us today. Cheers. Oh, there's some special nice on here. I might set it on fire. All right, cool. That was great.
Billy Ballantyne. Drag queen. Oh, you mean Jenny Dore? Nope. The freaking oracle. My ex-roommate used sex to let Jehovah's Witnesses come in and get all comfy, then he would drop the bomb that he was gay. Man, they ran out like mice getting changed by a cat. It was always so hilarious.
Someone should make a video of that. Someone should do that to those people that come to your door, and they should just make a video of constantly getting those people like that. So I'm gay, and I like boys, so you guys are kind of cute. With your little ties, your little white shirts, and your little bicycles. Would you guys like to stay for some tea and crumpets? Right out the door, man. Oh, I'd love that. Why Americans keep buying millions of guns every year? Why? So our children can shoot themselves in their faces. Aww.
My uncle used to open the door bare-ass naked when Jehovah's Witnesses would knock, haha.
That's so fucking wrong. I'm just going through news stories. Things aren't worth reading to you, actually. Press our stories. Yeah, Governor DeSantis is evil. I could read you another story, but I'm sure you guys are sick of hearing it. Just so you know, he's evil. Okay, we'll move on. Don't vote for him. Don't support him. And then you see people supporting Ron DeSantis, you should call them out and say you're supporting a fascist. And maybe you should go look and see what a fascist is. Adolf Hitler was a fascist. Go understand what a fascist
Billy
is.
Ballantyne. I need to share knowledge with everyone listening. Open the door for the Jehovah people. Don't let them in so they give you the pamphlets. Then put your enemies' addresses on the back of the pamphlets where they ask for it and pop it in the mailbox. It's such sweet revenge.
Somebody once sent some Jehovah's Witnesses to my house in California. They were like, yeah, somebody told us to come here that you were interested. I was like, no, I'm not. But thanks for, well, they called me. They didn't come by. They called me on the phone. I said, but thanks for calling me. I said, I appreciate it. I was really nice to him. I said, I'm not interested. And that was that. So I got like a 30-second phone call. I got to talk to somebody who was really nice. Very nice. And they said, well, if you ever change your mind or you have any questions, give us a call back, Like, okay. So I guess thank you for that. I had a nice conversation with somebody. Great. Okay. This we can cover. CDC, FDA warn Florida Surgeon General over his COVID-19 vaccine guidance. Oh, that guy that was on Kim Iverson? You know, do you see him on Kim Iverson? Dr. Lobotomy from Florida. You guys know about Dr. Lobotomy from Florida? Have I told you guys about Dr. Lobotomy? Oh, my bad. It's Ladapo. Ladapo, lobotomy, same thing. Dude, this is Fox News. Wow, bro.
Billy Ballantyne. Yeah, don't leave the phone number on the pamphlets. This way they have to visit or fill their mailbox with fascinating literature.
That's funny.
Hee hee.
Huh. Despite increased reports of these events, when the concern was examined in detail by cardiovascular experts, so understand, reports are just people that are trying to control a narrative. Yeah, man, people will call this number or go into the email of it and they'll claim that they got the and that they're having all of these adverse effects. And a lot of those people don't even get the, they're just liars. So there's no evidence to back that up. It's just word of mouth, right? It's just people calling and saying. They've got this stupid thing called the VAERS. It's where people can self-report. And you know how many cue balls out there are going to call that line and lie, right? But according to Lobotomy, you know, Dr. Lobotomy says, oh no, that's all factual, you know, that's what the people said. So, you know, we've got an increased risk of, you know, boom, 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 boom. From the, I'd like to get into it, but with 6 people watching my show, I feel like people aren't really interested on a Sunday morning. How many people are watching on Restream? I mean, on Rumble. I don't know where my Rumble went. Let me see. 1 person watching on Rumble. Feels like I'm just wasting my time, dude.
The freaking oracle. Time change, remember, some PPL
bullshit.
Still sleeping.
Dude, then it would be 9 a.m. It's bullshit, dude. I go live at 7 in the morning, man. On a Sunday. And pack this bitch. Hundreds of times. Hundreds of Sundays, bro. Hundreds of Sunday mornings. Well, I tell you what. I'll put the Dr. Lobotomy.
Nick Brown. The time changed.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the time changed. Your phone will do it for you.
The freaking oracle. Everyone is in church in the rectory.
Yeah. With the kids. Oh God. All right, so
Nick Brown. Well, damn. I thought I slept in, haha.
racist, godless, what? Racist, godless? What? Don't even. Just. How? God, how do you even find this garbage, bro? Oh my God. I'm afraid to fucking retweet it because it's so dumb.
Billy Bong Thornton. Well, hello.
Dr. Lobotomy strikes again. Oh, God. I wonder how Pat's broadcast is doing on Wednesdays.
Billy Ballantyne. I'm just happy to have late sunsets back. Means an actual hour of fun. Including messing up Nay's clock, which means 11 and mid to long shows. Billy Ballantyne. Extra.
Extra long shows? Right? My natural clock. I was on this clock in California. I used to tell my friends, I get up early because I'm on that Florida time, bro. I just can't get off of it. I'm so used to Florida. I've been there my whole life.
Billy Bong Thornton. I'm going to find the asshole that messed with the time and beat them with a copper wire.
This plumber told my mom she was going to have to repipe the whole house because we've got copper pipes, and those aren't that good. So I Googled it. I said, Mom, copper pipes last 80 to 90 years, or 70 to 80 years, it said in the Google. 70 to 80. I said, our pipes aren't going bad. We've just got a bad connection on one of these things, and you just got to fix the... It's like, well, they want to repipe the whole house and blah, 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 blah. With PVC that's going to last 25 years, our copper pipe's going to outlast that. That's why Dad had this house fitted with copper pipe, because he knew what he was doing. So the owner of the company came out, and he had to tell my mom the truth. He's like, yeah, we don't need to repipe your house. We'll fix this. So, luckily, I've got two really good friends that both understand
Billy Ballantyne.
that industry really well.
That must have been it.
And they both told me the same thing.
I never thought about it. On Cali time, you were on my time. My 9 p.m. feels like 6 p.m.
So I'd like to get into this Dr. Lobotomy guy. I'd like to see some more people here so I could really get fired up about it. Because I get really angry when I think about people like Joe Rogan and Jimmy Dore, Tim Pool, promoting this guy, Ron DeSantis and his hand-picked, cherry-picked group of morons, blithering idiots. I mean, this guy, I don't know how he became a doctor, and in fact, I would question his doctoring, because he's an idiot. And he thinks he's a research scientist, and he's not. the conclusions that he's come up with and fed the state of Florida are costing people their lives. Because, like I said, Dr. Lobotomy and Ron DeSantis are idiots. They're both idiots. You know, people want to call people like Adolf Hitler a genius for certain reasons, but they forget that he was also a fucking idiot. You know, he didn't like people based on their religion, so he had them murdered because he was a fucking idiot. See, so just because Ron DeSantis has got some leadership position, that doesn't make him smart. You know, a smart person accepts everybody. Doesn't let somebody's, gayness, Jewishness, color of their skin get to them. So understand, when I discuss Ron DeSantis and Dr. Lobotomy, I get fucking angry.
Billy Ballantyne. Elon Musk is going to become the most creative serial killer of all time.
Okay, so it's going to be hard for me to read this without getting in trouble on my channel for misinformation, but I'm going to try to do it, okay? Look, I am pro-science, YouTube. I'm going to try to read an article from Fox News, and I don't want to get a strike because your stupid algorithm thinks that I'm promoting anti-science or that I'm pushing medical misinformation on my audience. In fact, you guys shouldn't be controlling that narrative at all. And if people want to come on here and lie and cost people their lives, well, that's just the cost of doing business on social media. Just like the cost of driving a car. Some people are going to die today in a car. You know? You got to have those accepted losses, but you should let everybody drive the car that wants to drive, that has the ability to do it. And just like you should let everybody post on the internet that has the ability to do that, as long as they're not, getting in their car and running people over with it. There's a difference. There's an accident. I accidentally said something that hurt somebody's feelings. And then there's, gunning it and running over a crowd of 70 people that were standing out, near the side of a bodega. All right, CDC, FDA warned Florida Surgeon General over his COVID-19 vaccine guidance. Huh, Jimmy Dore? Joe Rogan, aren't you bragging about how great Florida is around the whole... Huh. Weird. Now both the CDC and the FDA are having to warn Florida Surgeon General over his guidance. Huh. Now, I've gone ahead and I've shared this on Twitter because I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to read this. Two of the United States' top health agencies. Huh. I wonder if they know more about this stuff than Dr. Lobotomy and Ron DeSantis and Joe Rogan and Jimmy Dore do. I have a feeling they do. have sent a letter to the Surgeon General of Florida accusing him of misleading the public on side effects. How's that? The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, right, and the CDC, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, published the joint letter to Florida Surgeon General Joseph Lobotomy on Friday. Dr. Joseph Lobotomy, yeah, okay, there is a video where he discusses those risks of the... I've watched some of his bullshit. I watched him on Kim Iverson, and I almost vomited. And she sits there and nods along and acts like he's such a hero for the state of Florida. In the United States, there's 1,000 deaths every day from this thing. You guys understand that? 1,000 people die every day. Probably no big deal. You guys probably don't give a shit. It's only 1,000 people a day. But there's 1,000 people every day in the United States that die from this thing. Still. It didn't stop. People are still dying.
Billy
It can still
Ballantyne.
get you, folks. There's your warning.
Didn't his family develop a way to make people permanently stupid by way of ice picks?
Yes, they did. That's hence the name Dr. Lobotomy. Okay. Focusing on adverse events in the absence of causal association and without the perspective of countervailing benefits is a great disservice to both individuals and public health, the agencies wrote. I'm going to read that again because it's a little wordy. Pay attention to the sentence. Focusing on adverse events in the absence of causal association and without the perspective of countervailing benefits is a great disservice to both individuals and public health. You know, that's a really nice way to say you're costing people their lives. Dr. Lobotomy, Ron DeSantis, Joe Rogan, Jimmy Dore, Tim Pool, all the people who cheerlead these guys. Douchebag fucking Hinkle. The letter continued, like every other medical intervention, there are adverse effects from serious adverse events from the are rare and are far outweighed by the benefits of these for every age group. Understand, I'd be saying the word, guys, if I was allowed to on YouTube, and they don't allow me because they're a bunch of fucking cunts that won't let me speak. And I'm here with the truth. But the cunts at YouTube can't seem to figure that out. In March 2022, Lobotomy recommended that certain segments of the population forego the due to possible side effects that he believed could outweigh health benefits. You guys, this is Fox News. This is Fox News reporting this. And they're doing a pretty goddamn good job so far. Analysis conducted by the Department of Health in Florida, okay, showed I can't read this because it's a lie. This is medical misinformation. It's a quote from the Department of Health in Florida that's run by Dr. Lobotomy. Okay? So when you see that status, you're thinking, oh, that's the Department of Health from Florida that's run by Ron DeSantis and Dr. Lobotomy. Okay? Now do you get it? I can't read you that statement. I wish I could. If I wouldn't get in trouble, I'd read you what Lobotomy said. I want you to know that. I'd give you full disclosure. I can't even put it on my fucking screen. You know, I could put it in the chat, but I don't because it'll read it out on my fucking, right? Anyway, he's telling some lies about adverse reactions that aren't true. It's not true. You wouldn't believe, he's saying 84% of recipients that are between the ages of 18 to 39 get attack related death. Think about that massive lie that guy just said. I'm going to read it again in the only way that I can on this show. Dr. Lobotomy and the Department of Health in Florida, right? It's Dr. Lobotomy. They show. It doesn't say or claim, it's a show. It's such bullshit. An 84% increase in the relative incidence of death among males 18 to 39 years old within 28 days following the God, I wish I could say this in the fucking words I need to say this in. There's no bodies to back any of this up. It's just a bullshit statement. This is saying that there should be all of these dead dudes. There should be dead guys everywhere. Healthy, virile, dead guys. 28 days following they just dropped dead. Oh, you had one? 28 days later, you just dropped dead because you were between the ages of 18 and 39, says Dr. Lobotomy. Are any of you in the chat understanding what I'm telling you? Let me know in the chat if you're understanding what I'm telling you in code. I've said it 4 or 5 times. I haven't got a single response in the chat yet. You guys understand what I'm saying?
Billy Ballantyne.
Without saying it, just say yes or
I
no.
had extreme side
yes,
effects.
we understand. No, we don't get
I
it
lived
because
and
you're
had
not telling
a
us.
strange feeling of
Or you're
living.
doing a very good job of explaining it. Yeah, we understand. You can move on. Can anybody in the chat respond at all? I had a strange feeling of living.
Billy Ballantyne.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Billy. Anybody else besides Billy? I got all these viewers. I want to make sure I'm making myself clear. Are the rest of you tracking what I'm saying? Yes or no? Just
Brian Hampton.
there we go.
I understand. Move on.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you. There we go. Somebody could fucking type. Great. Can anybody else fucking type in my chat right now? Do you have the ability to say yes or no? Just so you guys see what I'm dealing with. You guys see what I'm working with here. Brian and Billy, you guys see what I'm working with, right? Help me. Can you guys fucking help me find some more people that are going to, participate in the conversation? I don't know what to do, man. This is important as fuck. It's like the people that aren't talking back to me, it's like they want to be lied to. They don't want to hear this. They're fans of fucking whatever.
Morning May not sure if good source of info. Can't really say yes or no, missed it.
Okay. It's Dr. Lobotomy that was hired by Ron DeSantis that claims that 84% of males that received the...
Haha.
Just listen to what I'm saying, Doom.
Yes or no, please. Replies with yada yada blah blah. Yes or no, sir. Brian Hampton. I got shots twice. Didn't die.
Yeah, me too, Brian. I didn't die either. Isn't that funny? But wait, it's only 18 to 39, and you and I are older than
Dumb
39.
Chaser 1. Oh, yes.
It's people younger than us. So let me tell you the claim. 84% of males between the ages of 18 to 39.
No, you just became cray-cray.
28 days after they get the... Do you see evidence? Do you need some sourcing for that? Doom, do you subscribe to that? Do you believe that? 84%, bro. I mean, not even like 1%. 84%.
Mr. Truth Seeker.
There should be bodies out in the street.
I'm 31 and feel fine. 84% seems steep.
Does it seem steep? Doesn't even 1% seem steep? Think about it. People are dropping dead 28 days after they get the... That's what lobotomy is saying. Do you believe that? They're just dropping dead of boom, 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 boom.
Dumb Chaser 1. Well, we know that source is full of it. LOL /.
Right. And it's just common sense, Doom, right? This is just common sense. Why is it so hard for someone to just common sense through this? Where's all the deaths? There aren't any. But this says related death. Deaths among males 18 to 39 years old within 28 days following the... So I'm going to keep going. Thank you. Thank you for participating, everybody. Yeah, now we're talking. Okay, now I can move on. Because as important as I really feel this is, you know, I want to make sure that other people see the importance in it too. Even if it's just a few of you, I just wanted to know that you guys are tracking what I'm saying. In their Friday letter, the CDC and FDA rejected this assertion. Okay, the one that I just explained to you that took me 20 minutes to explain the whole thing and the 85% and all that. They reject it. They go, come on, right? The claim that the increase of VAERS reports of life-threatening conditions reported from Florida and elsewhere represents an increase of risk caused by the is incorrect, misleading, and could be harmful to the American public. You know, I can't believe the way they word this. What they should say is, Dr. Lobotomy is a liar, and everything that he is saying is completely, provably false. He is a motherfucking liar, and everything that he's saying here are fucking lies. Not misleading and could be harmful. Really could be? Huh. Scaring people out of getting a could be a problem? Could be. It's a little wishy-washy, man. It's just a little... It's a little not enough. Way too little, way too late. And look, I was reporting on this a long time ago. Where the hell was the CDC and the FDA months ago when I was talking about this Dr. Lobotomy? Huh? Right? When he was on Kim Iverson's. And I was talking about him before then. I was bringing newspaper clippings in about this guy. We've been talking about him, man. So I'm way ahead of government agencies that are now warning everybody, hey, this guy in Florida is a kook. He's a quack, and he's not making any sense. And Ron DeSantis hired him because he's a fascist and a liar, and he wants to control everything. And he doesn't care about your health. That's why he put this quack in there.
Dumb Chaser 1. Just the name sounds like a gamer.
You know, hey, lobotomy. Lobotomy. 85% dead. Let's sit down. Show me the corpses. You're fired. You know, you're fucking fired. You're a liar. You're fired. Why isn't Ron DeSantis firing him? Because he's toting his narrative for him. That Ron DeSantis did a great thing for the state of Florida. This is the same narrative that Jimmy Dore will tell you, and the same fucking narrative that Joe Rogan will tell you, the same narrative that fucking Tim Pool will tell you. Ron DeSantis did great things in Florida. Okay, well, now that it's coming out, Now that the CDC and the FDA are saying, hey, no, they're liars. Let's see Jimmy Dore, Joe Rogan, and Tim Pool retract their statements, and now they can start reporting on this news, like I am. How about that? Is that fair? I think it's fair. I'm not going to wait for a response from the fucking audience. I think I'm going to look for another goddamn audience. I think I'm going to go and find another podcast, someone that's broadcasting somewhere else. I swear to God, find someone that's broadcasting somewhere else and go in front of another audience, because I just cannot take how weak my audience is. On a Sunday morning, man, my audience can't even come here and support me on something that's so fucking important. God, I'm fucking humiliated by you guys. Not the people. Those of you that are here, I want you to know I love y'all. And those who popped in and left, y'all can fuck off. And all of you that know I'm live right now that are choosing not to come in here, fuck you too. You know, I really would appreciate the support, especially these times when I'm really making the most sense on things that I have drilled down on a year in the past ago. And now finally goddamn government agencies are catching up to me. Now would be the time for you guys to be sharing the fuck out of this and getting some people in here. You know? And saying a lot of shit in my chat and participating and making some sense. But I don't get that. But from the 9 of you that are here, thank you.
Billy Ballantyne. Right. It's a circus tactic. The liar was hired to lie.
The 12 of you that are here, thank you.
You plant a guy in the crowd to say it's real. It induces ticket sales to the freak show.
Right? It's a common tactic. It's not just a circus tactic. I've seen, the guys that do those readings, they'll have plants in the crowd. Comedians will have people in the audience to start laughing for them, like their girlfriends and shit. Oh, hi, everybody, it's funny. Laugh track. You know who used to do that? Michael Brooks used to do it for Sam Cedar. Michael Brooks, before he died, he was Sam Cedar's laugh track. You know? This is stupid. Oh, did I not do the SEO? Oh boy. I can't remember if I did the SEO or not. I should have. Darn it, I can't remember if I did the SEO. I probably did. I think I did it very first thing. Oh, I probably did. I think I did it very first thing. Very first thing. I probably did. I think I did it very first. No, I forgot my SEO. No, I forgot my SEO, bro. How did I do that? I'm usually so good, man. That's bad.
Billy Ballantyne. Correct. They are called the shill.
Unreal.
On a traveling show, you even hire a local to lie. That way the other locals follow blindly cause they know him.
That's hilarious. Wow. Dude, look at that bear. Oh my God. That's a nice one. Oh my God. Oh my God. She trained that bear to close her door. I can't believe I just watched that. She's got a pet bear. And it was coming to visit her, and oh my God, dude, that's all I'm tweeting on that one. Ironically enough, screaming into the wilderness is how any person in the U.S. who gives anything remotely close to a fuck about climate change feels. Ironically, is said to be moving ahead on eBay. Do we feel powerless about climate? We are riding the wave of climate change all the way to our demise on my podcast every day and enjoying it because it is all we have left. Sad? Yep. Yep. It's sad.
Billy Valentine. Yes, that's the Zopp family. Her husband has many bears. They supply carnivores for the movies. Or used to. Damn you, Carol Baskin.
Damn you, Carol Baskin. Wow, the police in France are just beating the hell out of protesters with batons, man. All because the protest, they don't want them to raise the retirement age by 2 years to 64. I don't blame them. This is crazy. This is what they want to do in the United States. So they're beating the people that are protesting that. This has... Why has it only got 11 likes and 2 retweets? I don't know, man. 366 views? 366 views? Why are people not simply retweeting when others are literally getting beaten? It's fucking crazy. None of that typed out. I don't know why. God damn it. What the fuck, dude? I don't believe these views at all. This is bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. Why are people not retweeting when people are literally getting beaten with batons? I don't believe the view counter one bit, bro. This is bullshit. The fuck, dude? There's 100 cops with batons beating a crowd of like 2,000 people. Just beating people, bro, in France. Over fucking goddamn 2 years on a... I don't know, man. You guys need to see this shit. I fucking can't believe that nobody's retweeting this shit. That 366 views, man, those are bullshit views. There's no way people are seeing this and not retweeting it. So fuck that. 366 views. Elon's full of shit. Here, look at this. Look at this. I retweeted this. If you're following me on Twitter, you'll see this there too. I'm at Nays Garden on Twitter. Look at them just beating people. People fall on the ground. We're just going to kick this guy. We're just going to beat everybody. Look at this. Can you believe this?
Billy Valentine. Another reason to ignore the French. Canadian ones too. Scripts can suck my ass. That's what they glorify.
Look at them just beating on this woman.
Billy Valentine. Crepes.
Crepes. That crowd moves in on those cops, man. They would kill those fucking pigs. And they could do it too. Those people way outnumber those pigs. They need an organizer, man. They need some training. And they need to get angry and quit being so polite. And those cops are going to treat them like that. Wow. Be aware of that shit, folks. You're not going to see that on mainstream media. What the fuck, dude? I'd really like to know why this has 400 views and 4 retweets. 400 views and 4 retweets. I ain't buying it. Bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. I mean, I wish I could get 400 views on a post, but even if I did, you know, I would think that if you're seeing police brutally beat down crowds of people that don't have weapons just because they're standing out there and they're protesting, that you would retweet that, right? God, man. I don't know. The whole point is to get the word out there to more people, man, you know? Let people see what police will do to you when you go out and protest. I don't care if it's fucking France. I don't care if it's fucking Iran. I don't care where Israel, wherever the fuck. It's gonna happen to you. It's gonna happen to your kids. The least you could do is retweet it and let people see what's going on. Get more people involved. But that 400 views and 3 retweets, that's bullshit. That's not 400 human beings that saw that fucking post. That's bullshit. That's a lie. Elon Musk's a fucking liar. And he's subverting that goddamn message. You guys want to fight it? Go to my Twitter and go retweet that tweet. If you just want to retweet the one tweet of the video of those people getting beaten in France, go ahead. You can have a voice. You can help me have a voice. You can help those people have voices. Get it out to more people. Even if we get it out to just 10 more people, it's 10 people that might not have seen that. You know?
Dank Dude smokes a lot. Done.
Thank you, Dank Dude. I appreciate that. Independent thinker, thank you. Thank you, bro. Are you Dank Dude Smokes a Lot? There you go, bro. I appreciate that. Fucking 14 likes and only 4 retweets. You know?
Dank Dude Smokes a Lot. I'm independent thinker.
You're independent thinker. Yeah, thank you so much, bro. I just followed you back. Thank you for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Sergeant Carter. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm asking a few people to retweet that. And I hope that you guys choose to go to Twitter at Naysguard and retweet that footage of those people getting beaten too. It was a peaceful protest until the police went in there and just started beating everybody. How is that okay? Okay, it's not. So you should rage against that. And if the least you could do is just share that tweet around, then do it. You know, I wish I was out there beating those police back with those people, man. God, man. They've all got guns on them, too. All the cops have guns on them. Grab one of their... you know? I am not okay with this. So, if you're not okay with it and you want to share the outrage, it's got 428 views and it's got 6 retweets. Several of those retweets are from me. Understand? I don't believe the 428 views bullshit either. But if
Dank Dude smokes a lot. I don't see why the people aren't fighting back.
Because those police officers have guns on them, bro. Every single one of those cops has a gun. And those people are French, and they're not used to this kind of thing, bro. Americans need to see this and be prepared for it. If you're standing there peacefully and these police come up and just start beating you and you outnumber those pigs, take the pigs out. You know, down with pigs, bro. You imagine if everybody in that audience, every single person had brought an ice pick with them. They would have finished off those police in seconds. You know? Hey, man, I got ideas. What can I say? That was a good idea, wasn't it? Call it a protester defense kit, a plastic ice pick with a big ball handle on it. I've got an ice pick right here. Just ABS plastic though. It looked just like this with a nice big handle.
Damn,
Imagine
dude,
if every
smokes
single
a lot.
protester had one of these in their
I
pocket.
wholeheartedly agree.
You know? One down. Two down. Three down. You go through a whole crowd like that. They beat you down. They take your guns away from you. They take your rights away from you. Then you don't have anything left to fight with. That's how France is doing it. And that's what Ron DeSantis wants to do to us. That's what Donald Trump wants to do to us. You remember the way he swept that street so he could hold up a Bible? He's a fascist. Even if that was your Bible, and if you agreed with that, you're a fucking fascist too. The only people causing violence in this fucking country are the pigs. Especially when it comes to these protests, man. So, watch the protests and share it around. I can't believe it's only got 6 retweets. But the original video has 310,000 views. And it's only got 429 quote tweets, but it's got 4,301 retweets. So I just retweeted the original tweet, which is from Anti-Lockdown Alliance Global. Good, I'll follow them. All right, I'm going to smoke. I'm a little worked up. Dank Dude smokes a lot. Cheers. Billy, cheers. Everybody in the Rumble, cheers. Thanks for joining us today. We will see you after this bong rip.
Billy Valentine. I think I'm slipping into this bonsai thing. A pathetic sapling that woulda died otherwise, slapped in A and shaped like an elephantitis penis with a wire, boom. $100. Profitable and peaceful, and it can now hundreds of years. Dig it. Lisa Fearney. Good morning, Nate.
Hey, Lisa. It's got 500,000 views, that video. Fantastic. $300,000 French united in Paris. There were 300,000 people there. They could have taken those police out. And they should have. They should have stomped them out. But, we're allowing them to brutalize us.
Lisa Fearney. I like your necklace.
Thank you. I made it. Huh. Not only is lobotomy lying, but the CDC and FDA went on to claim that studies had found a lower rate of strokes and heart attack among individuals. Wow. So not only is he lying and making shit up, but it's actually the other way. Funny, right? Wow. Isn't that weird? Think about that. Despite increased reports on these events, when the concern was examined in detail, I already read you that. I already read you that. That's weird. We read that before. Was that the beginning of the... Huh. That's the whole article. It's a very short article. So there's a little bit more to read, but...
Billy Ballantine. His necklace has two quantums in it. If you hum on it, you can look like a hippie for a minute. Kidding.
Trump may face an anonymous jury in defamation suit. Bill Press. Now it's official. Fox is fake news. What's Bill Press? Who is Bill Press? I don't know. Who is Bill Press? And why isn't his name in this article? Is that a person? Bill Press is host of the Bill Press podcast. Okay. And author of 10 books.
Emma Kinross.
Okay.
Hey, Nate.
Hey, Emma. From its creation by Rupert Murdoch in 1996, Fox News has always been considered an outsider. Late Night Comics mocked its initial slogan, fair and balanced, as neither. But most people were willing to accept Fox for what it was, right-wing television network, the conservatives' answer to left-leaning MSNBC, with CNN somewhere in the middle. In fact, 2009, when Obama administration announced they were going to treat them the way we would treat an opponent and deny Fox News the same access
Billy Ballantine.
other news
But
outlets
for real.
enjoyed.
If you take a quartz crystal and place it in a jar of distilled water next to a battery in the sun, you're officially crazy and can get free food at a local mental hospital. Life hack.
Members of the White House press corps, myself included, protested. Fox might lean right, we argued, but they were still fellow journalists reporting the news and deserved the same access enjoyed by CBS, ABC, CNN, and other networks. But that was then, and this is now. Over the years, Fox devolved into ever more of a right-wing voice box in both commentary and news gathering until, during the Trump years, they became nothing more than the propaganda arm of the Republican National Committee. Yet now we know it's even worse than we thought. Documents released in the $1.6 billion defamation lawsuit filed by Dominion Voting Systems against Fox show that Fox News was not only repeatedly broadcasting Donald Trump's big lie about actually winning the 2020 election, they were also trumpeting their own big lie about rigged voting machines. Documents filed by Dominion show that Fox News on-air talent and senior executives knew that claims by Sidney Powell and other Trump attorneys that Dominion voting machines had been rigged in Venezuela, right, in order to switch votes from Trump to Biden were false. That Fox News hosts nevertheless continued to book Powell on. Yeah, I know, right? I was like, why are they still having her on? Oh my God. We were talking about this as it was happening. I was making tweets about where's the Kraken. Remember that? Nobody wanted to share my Kraken tweets. And I was like, dude, this woman's a moron. Why won't you guys share my tweet? It's a great meme. I couldn't get anybody to share it, man. I was so pissed off. I was like, go to Twitter. I made a meme, dude. It's great. I made it on the show. I was like, it's perfect. Go on Twitter and retweet my... Nobody wanted it. Nobody wanted to do it. I was like, okay, it's cool. And indirectly supported their claims that Fox anchors were privately trashing Powell and others while publicly lionizing them, my bad. That Fox executives knew their on-air talent were lying yet did nothing to stop them, and that Fox's entire motivation for broadcasting lies and refusing to tell the truth was to preserve their ratings and protect their bottom line. In a nutshell, I love when people say that, in a nutshell, they knew it was false, but they said it anyway to stop loyal viewers from changing the channel. And this goes on for about 5 more paragraphs. And it's just all the instances of what they did. And they talk about them each. They talk about Lou Dobbs. They talk about Tucker Carlson. They talk about Rupert Murdoch and more on Sidney Powell. And yeah, there you go. I'll chalk that one up to the show stories. Next. Abortion groups silent as pro-life advocates condemn Jane Fonda's murder suggestion on The View. Yeah, they don't have to. And Fox News is reporting that. Yeah, they don't have to say anything. What do they have to do? Defend you? They're not gonna. What, are you expecting them to defend you? Fuck you. That was it. That was all the stories on that page. So we've gone through all the stories. Oh, who wants to live in the United States of Florida? The Hill. Over the course of the past 3 years, Florida has become both a lightning rod and rallying cry for millions of Americans. As with just about everything else in the age of Trump and the age of COVID, the interpretation of what Florida may mean to those millions of people has become politicized and polarizing. This is especially true now that Governor Ron DeSantis is viewed as a leading candidate for the Republican nomination for president next year. To be sure, millions of Americans believe that Florida under DeSantis became a beacon of hope and sanity during the pandemic, when media hype had craft politics, panic, and confusion swept the nation. As Democrat-led state pushed draconian lockdowns, school closures, the shuttering of businesses, onerous mask mandates, and the shaming of those who dared to question such harsh edicts, DeSantis seemed to find the correct balance and turned Florida into a safe harbor during the COVID madness. Conversely, in our age of Trump, when everyone seems to despise the other side, no matter what, millions of other Americans no doubt viewed DeSantis as reckless for keeping Florida open. Some see him as a Trump-like policymaker with better manners. I see him as a lot worse than that. Against that backdrop, we must ask, who believes that Florida, with the policies of DeSantis, should serve as a template for the rest of the nation? One person for sure is DeSantis himself. During his recent State of the State address, the governor emphasized, we defied the experts, we bucked the elites, we ignored the chatter, we did it our way, and the result is that we are the #1 destination for our fellow Americans who are looking for a better life. Florida's always been a #1 destination for just about the whole world. So he doesn't get to claim that because he's governor. Florida's a popular, the #1 destination for people. Hey, DeSantis, guess what? It was Disney World that brought all those people here, you fucking jackass. The corporation that you've eviscerated. You stupid fuck. You're going to ruin it for everybody, dude. You destroy Disney, you're going to destroy everything about this state from the inside out. You're like a fucking virus. Virus is called fascism. Anyway. In a sign that he's pondering a presidential run, DeSantis just released his political memoir, The Courage to Be Free. Most such memoirs tend to fail, but his is not. It shot to #1 on Amazon upon publication and stayed on the top spot for days. That's an impressive feat, considering that Amazon recalibrates its bestsellers list hourly. And just over a week after its release, the memoir has become one of the best-selling books of the year to date. The book is subtitled Florida's Blueprint for America's Revival, so not only does it serve as a potential foundation for a DeSantis presidential campaign, but some may also see it as trumping Trump's Make America Great Again. In some ways, part of the copy from that jacket cover tells you all you need to know regardless of your opinion of Florida or DeSantis. First-hand account from the blue-collar boy who grew up to take on Disney, and Dr. Anthony Fauci, The Courage to Be Free delivers something rare from an elected leader. Stories of victory. This book is a winning blueprint for patriots across the country, and it is a rallying cry for every American who wishes to preserve our liberties. End quote. Indeed, for some it will serve as the rallying cry and blueprint to save America. For others, it will be the manifesto of a candidate who is reviled by the left, the elites, and many in the liberal mainstream media, and me, and people who believe in the truth, and people who hate Nazis and fascism. Why don't you add to that list? There's no doubt that if DeSantis does run for the White House, his main argument will boil down to, quote, do you want our nation to look more like the failing states of California and New York, or do you want to live in the United States of Florida, end quote. Should he run, DeSantis will give voters a clear-cut choice. We will soon know if the California or Florida template wins out. So the guy who wrote this article is out of the Bush administration, and he's worked for both Reagan and Bush, and he worked the last 3 years of the Bush administration at the Pentagon as a communications something. So it is a completely right-wing authored article, but at the same time, it says a lot. It gave us a lot of information, and it shows you that Ron DeSantis is a viable threat to our democracy. And if you understand fascism, and you understand that Florida is now a fascist state, just ask Disney World, man. Look what happened to Disney. He took over their board. He took over their county. That's bad. You know why? Because they wanted to protect gay people against his anti-gay laws. So they spoke out. So he took the whole goddamn corporation over because he had power. That's fascism. Oh yeah, run away, you little fucking cunts. 3 of you just took off as soon as I told you that. Run away, you little fucking Republic cunts. Run away. He's a fascist. The rest of you that want to hear the truth, hey, I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, whatever the fuck. I'm just telling you, Ron DeSantis is a fucking fascist. Get a fucking other Republican to be the fucking goddamn president of the United States. Ruin women's rights and African American rights and fucking hate on the LGBTQ all you want. But I'm telling you, you put Ron DeSantis in there, you're going to do that times 1,000. There's going to be more hate. You're going to be wearing red armbands with swastikas on them, man. You might as well. You're going to go real well with the Nazis over there in the Ukraine. You're going to fit right in. Remember, the Nazis came and protested across the street from the Holocaust Memorial Center here in Orlando, and Ron DeSantis said nothing. I'm just going to assume that
Hoot and howl.
Oh, there he is.
Damn.
I was just going to assume that you're all agreeing with me and not saying anything because you're all high as shit like I am, but I'll smoke to that, I guess. I'd love to hear from you all when I'm having these conversations. I mean, I think on the days when I'm making the most sense is the days when you guys get the quietest and least supportive. But after the show, if you feel like, if you're feeling supportive, again, when the show ends, please go to @Nave's Garden on Twitter and retweet some of those tweets. At least do that. When I first started on YouTube, we didn't have live streams, All we could do was upload a video and wait for people to watch it and leave comments. And I would put up a video, and then I would just sit there and I would keep refreshing the page, to see if anybody saw it. I would see how many views it was getting, see if it would get a thumbs up, see if someone would leave a comment. And it was like torture. You know that sometimes when I'm sitting here live with you guys, it feels like that all over again. It feels like I put up an upload, I get it all together, I present it to you, and then I got to sit and wait for the responses later. It shouldn't be like that, guys. Man, it's a nice keyboard. Nice and solid. I'm getting all the stuff out of it. Nice. I can't believe that's a lot nicer than I thought it was. Now I gotta get rid of all this stuff. They're knocked out. Holy shit, look at all that crap that was in my keyboard. That's what Kepper had. Whatever happened to Kepper? We lost Kepper. I guess he fell out of favor with the show. I wonder if somebody blocked him.
Billy
I hope he didn't get
Valentine.
blocked.
I remember when live stream started. The biker dudes and I used it as a way to vent, as did you. They say now is the Wild West of streaming, but nope. 2010 to 2015 was. We said anything we wanted. And much louder than today.
Yeah, man, before 2010, we had chat rooms that we were in, you know? And we used to just, the moderators kept things pretty clean. But you could go into other chat rooms where there was no moderation, bro. You could expose yourself to any kind of vulgarity that you wanted to back then. You're right, it was the Wild West.
The freaking Oracle. MIRC.
No law regarding cannabis? Woke means you're in tune with the injustices that are done to people who are discriminated against in this country. That's what woke means. Do you know what that Ron DeSantis says, that Florida is the state where woke goes to die? I wonder what Jimmy Dore has to say about that. I wonder what this is what what's his name, Joe Rogan says. He says, he's anti-woke now or something. Have you guys seen this? He's trying to clown woke. All these woke people, all these libs. What's he say? Libs of TikTok and blah blah blah. Libs of TikTok ain't woke, bro. Libs of TikTok is a joke. And so are you for taking the bait and falling for it. You're a sucker, Joe Rogan. You're a sucker, Jimmy Dore. You're a sucker, Tim Pool. You've all been suckered. All right, no law regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Hoot and Howl, freaking Oracle, Billy Valentine. Everybody that's in the Rumble Sphere. Thanks for joining us, guys. Cheers.
Billy Valentine. I remember on the other guys lived before 2015, I would shoot my gun out the front door with my ass out. If that doesn't have Wild West written all over it, I don't know what does.
I don't think I've ever shot the gun on a live stream. But I uploaded. Popping off a few caps. I just read you this whole article. I don't even remember reading it to you. The whole one about DeSantis. Bye-bye. Okay, next. Elon Musk mocks Mark Zuckerberg, calls him copycat for planning to launch a Twitter rival. You know, because Zuckerberg just lost the whole metaverse thing. You remember Meta? He's going to do this whole metaverse thing or something. He lost like 100 million.
Doom Chaser 1.
For somebody.
Those guys just in it for money. They do not give a SHT about making a political movement. Billy Ballantyne. Wait, he what? I get a check from Meta.
No, he got this, the metaverse, where they were going to charge $2,500 for a pair of goggles or something, dude. It was like some crazy amount of money for his stupid Meta goggles, and the whole thing crashed. And then this guy took out $100 million. His investor took his $100 million out. He's like, fuck this. And now Zuckerberg's closing it down, supposedly. And now he's going to start some kind of a Twitter copy thing. You want me to read the article here? Twitter CEO Elon Musk.
The freaking oracle. Meta is so last year, ha ha ha.
Twitter's...
Hoot and hell. Yes. Billy Ballantyne. Yeah.
Twitter CEO Elon Musk on March 12th mocked Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg for planning to launch a dedicated Twitter-like social media application and called him a copycat. It all started when the music news website Daily Loud posted Mark Zuckerberg's Meta exploring plans to launch a rival to Twitter. On this, a user asked, why though? Is he like, people are mad at Elon Musk, I'll make an alternative because everyone loves me and Facebook so much? Commenting on this conversation, Musk said, copycat. Several users expressed their thoughts on the conversation. One user said, I'm sure people will be dying to join another Meta platform plagued with independent fact-checkers, suppressing conversations and content moderators, taking down memes. Sounds fun. Another user commented, Facebook should start making rockets and electric cars as well, since they're so good at what they do. Meta is developing a social media application specifically designed to allow users to post text-based updates, according to reports. No release date has been set for Meta's Twitter-like social media application, which is still in its early stages. However, prior to the product's launch, the legal and regulatory teams have already begun to address any potential privacy concerns regarding the application. Hey man, I wonder if Twitter's going to be able to sue Facebook for copying their format and shit. You know, I wonder if they've got like patents on their design. This will be funny. Several rival platforms. Remember this day was March 12th. I said that on a Sunday in the morning, late in the show. I have a feeling it's going to happen. Several rival platforms, including Mastodon, Post.News, and T2, have launched or gained traction since Musk took over the microblogging site Twitter. Recently, Twitter Prime supporter and previous president Jack Dorsey sent off his Twitter elective called Blue Sky while getting back in the saddle into the web-based entertainment game. That's it. Weird. Why Americans keep buying millions of guns every year. All right. That's enough of that. Reuters. History will hold Trump accountable for January 6th, Mike Pence says. Wow. Former U.S. Vice President Mike Pence offered his most forceful rebuke to date.
Billy Ballantyne. Meta is last year. I don't know. Zucker's products and services include Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Messen, and MetaQuest. It has acquired Oculus, Mapillary, Control Labs, customer and has just bought 9.99% stake in Geo Platforms. Looks like Meta might be next year too.
Well, there you go, Ken. You might want to look at maybe dropping some coin on a Meta investment. Washington, former U.S. Vice President Mike Pence says more. Okay. Donald Trump on Saturday saying history will hold him accountable for his role in the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol. Pence was in the Capitol when thousands of Trump supporters breached the building. See, it says thousands of Trump supporters breached the building. So, Tucker Carlson, hundreds, he says hundreds, maybe thousands, and he had the head count. Reuters is just going and saying thousands of people.
If you want a Meta, you have to add NFTs, ha ha ha.
I'm sure they will. But I don't know if NFTs are going to die, bro. Are NFTs going to get more popular or are they going to die? People lost the fad, you know, the fad's died out for NFTs. As the vice president has the constitutional role of Senate president, Pence was presiding over what had always been the ceremonial task of improving the votes of the Electoral College to select the president and vice president. Throughout the siege, Trump sent several tweets, one calling on Republicans to fight and others making false claims of voter fraud. Whoa! And others making false claims of voter fraud. Hey, man, is this 1945? Oh, no, it's Reuters. I was like, wow, 1945 is reporting correctly on the election, man. No, it's Reuters. That's where the accurate reporting is coming from. My bad. He also criticized Pence for certifying the results. President Trump was wrong, Pence told assembled journalists and their guests at the Gridiron Dinner, an annual white tie event in Washington, D.C. I had no right to overturn the election. His reckless words endangered my family and everyone at the Capitol that day, and I know that history will hold Donald Trump accountable.
The freaking oracle. NFTs were just a test last year. NFTs do have real-world applications in the future.
We'll see. So did Blackmatic.
You're so clueless.
Oh, it's Joni again, everybody. Hey, Billy Valentine, it's Joni again. Joni, where's Chachi? I'll tell you where Chachi is. He's getting some behind your back. Boom.
The freaking oracle. Joni loves Chachi.
He has rarely addressed January 6th in the months following the incident, but has since upped his criticism of the rioters and the behavior of the former boss that day. He has sharply criticized Trump's conduct in recent media interviews, and in a memoir released in November, he accused Trump of endangering his family. Still, Pence's comments on Saturday were his most pointed to date. What happened that day was a disgrace, he said, and it mocks decency to portray it in any other way. For as long as I live, I will never ever diminish the injuries sustained, the lives lost, or the heroism of the law enforcement on that tragic day. A spokesperson for Trump did not immediately respond to a request for comment outside business hours. Pence's relationship with Trump, so they had the ability to comment back and say, oh, you got us at the wrong time, but they didn't have the ability to just say, idiots. This is what you're looking forward to with the Trump administration, I guess. Pence's relationship with Trump has been complex since the two left office, but the former vice president's comments on Saturday indicate he's willing to more forcefully distance himself from Trump as the 2024 campaign heats up. His remarks came just days after conservative television host Tucker Carlson aired security footage of the Capitol attack, claiming that many of the rioters were orderly. Carlson's depiction of January 6th was sharply criticized by Democrats and me, and several high-profile Republicans in the Senate, though many other Republicans, particularly in the House of Representatives, shrugged off the episode. Yeah, there were a lot of Republicans that did not appreciate what Tucker Carlson did, especially the ones that were there at the Capitol at the time. That's a very interesting story. Let's lock that one in the history, little time capsule of stories we're saving in the cornerstone of the garden here.
Billy Valentine.
Someday we'll dust it off, go through some stories and relive. Hoo. Republican legislator arrested after he's caught on video swearing at snowplow truck driver clearing the road.
The freaking oracle.
God, man.
Have you checked to see if you can get cheap land in decentralized now?
No. I heard.
Who and how? Happens more often than you imagine.
I heard Decentraland is down to like 400 regular users, bro.
Billy Valentine. I'm hunting rabbits.
I mean, let me ask you a question. Do you go to Decentraland anymore? Someone please type this into the chat. Hey, guess what, everyone? You are all going to die here. Someone type that in my chat, please. Hey, guess what, everyone? You are all going to die here.
The freaking oracle. Never went there. It was just a fad at the time, just like NFTs.
You never went to you saw me go to Decentraland, right? I mean, you could walk around in there, and you could see people walking around in there. You go to different. We walked on the moon landing. That was pretty cool. The moon landing thing was pretty cool.
The freaking oracle. Hey, guess what? You're all going to die here. Billy Valentine. Guess what, everyone? We're all gonna die here. Good bunch of boys to die with, I'll tell you that.
I really like that, man.
The freaking oracle. I watched you go, but not really my thing.
Yeah, that moon landing thing was cool as shit, though. But I mean, because it's cool, you know. You're looking around, it's like you're kind of there. It was really fun.
Chris Redpick.
Hey, Chris.
I drink mercury. They say you can live forever with it in China.
What's up, Chris? So this is what somebody say this in the chat. Say, first I played with the neighbor, then I played with mommy, and then I played with daddy, And now I'm going to play with you. First I played with the neighbor, then I played with Daddy, and now I'm going to play with you. Type that in the chat. Oh, yes, we're having fun with movie quotes tonight. I have to log into YouTube so I could do it from YouTube. I don't think it'll read my chat from here.
The freaking Oracle. OMG loved Pet Sematary.
That's not the love. It was great.
The freaking Oracle. The remake put a nice spin on it.
Okay, I didn't see the remake. Oh, yeah, bro. Oh my goodness. I feel like I just came back from the chiropractor. It's like I do it all by myself, though. Okay, so now that I'm all adjusted.
Brian Munoz. First I played with the neighbor, then I played with Daddy, and now I want to play with you.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Man, there's some movies where I'm just like, timeless classic. You know? Oh my God. Timeless classic. Timeless.
The freaking Oracle. Watch the remake. Worth the watch.
Oh, all right. I will. Pet Sematary, son.
Billy Ballantyne. That's my favorite John C. Reilly line. It's from Skull Island. We're all gonna die out here. You're a good bunch of guys to die with, I tell you that. Ha 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 ha, we shouldn't have come here, ha 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 ha. The freaking Oracle. The soil of a man's heart is stonier, Lewis. A man knows what he can, and he tends it. Because what you buy is what you own.
It's so funny listening to a little kid recite these lines, man. I'd like to hear the child recite the entire monologue from Funny How. What do you mean I'm funny? What, like a clown? What, like I'm amusing you? What, like I talk funny? What's funny? Show me funny. Oh, Anthony, he's a big boy. He can speak for himself. You said it. You said I was funny. What do you mean I was funny? Funny how? What's fucking funny? You said it. Oh, Anthony, he knows what he said. You said it. You said I was funny. I love that line. Oh, Anthony, he knows what he said. You said it. You said I was funny. How about I set this funny thing on fire? That's what I'm going to do now. You think that's funny? I'm going to show you funny right now. Watch this. I'm going to show you how funny this dab is on top of this freaking bowl. That's what I'm going to freaking do right now. Yeah, I don't shine shoes no more. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers freaking article, Billy Ballantyne. Everybody that's watching on the Rumble Sphere. Why are you here on the Rumble Sphere? Oh, look at all of you. Hello. Hello. Okay, cheers, guys.
Billy Ballantyne. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who, in the name of charity and goodwill, shepherds the weak through the valley of the darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. Up until now, if you heard that, it meant yo ass.
Is that the thing he says in Pulp Fiction? No. Is it? No, it's different. What's he say in Pulp Fiction, man? What's the line in Pulp Fiction? The quote from the Bible?
The freaking oracle.
That's it?
Pulp Fiction.
He's like, I don't know what that is. He's like, I just like to say that before I shoot a motherfucker or something
Billy
like that.
Ballantyne.
Yeah.
Yep, the diner scene.
Did he say something like, I just like to say that before I shoot a motherfucker? Inequities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of the darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. Up until now, if you heard that, it meant yo ass. Now I have to go watch that scene again. It's such a what? What's wrong? You're shaking your head. She's got long COVID. She's tired. I say, you tell me you're tired all day. It's 11:30. She's tired. Right? I said, you got long COVID, Mom. She doesn't believe me, man. She's got all the symptoms. Watch, she'll probably drop something, shatter glass on the floor. She hasn't done it in a while, actually. But that's why I'm saying she'll probably do it right now, because she's been really good lately. At least that I know of. Who knows? She might just clean it up before anybody, knows about it. They're telling how many things she's broken that I don't know about. But she just works herself to death all day, man. She's running around. It's too much for her. fucking chef. That's what my mom needs. Someone that lives with us, has the guest room, has breakfast ready, has lunch ready, has dinner ready, cleans it all up. Only wealthy people have shit like that. See that shit in like the goddamn the Clampett's house. They've got like a butler and a freaking, you know, a staff.
Hoot and howl. My old friend used to drive around and make people their dinners and baked goods.
They just bring it to your door. Dude, Doc Hollandaise could do that with his food truck, man. Make you breakfast right there in their food truck, and then pull off, go to the next house. You need a tight route for that, though. Yeah, why should a food truck sit in a parking lot and wait for people to come to them? They're a truck.
Hoot and howl.
They can drive to wherever
Keep
they want to
cooking
go.
inside their house, I believe.
Scatter soap in your yard. What? No, I'm not going to scatter soap in my yard. Why does it say that?
Hoot and howl. Haven't seen him for 10 years or so. He used to always show up in his chef outfit to get a bag.
You haven't seen him in 10 years. Huh, you should see what's up. This does look like a wave. This totally looks like a wave when you're looking at it like that. It does, man. It looks like a wave. This is the crest of it, the top of it, and it's just rolling down this way. You could see even the line right here. This line is the wave, and this is the tube inside. And I didn't see it as much, but it was just sitting here perfectly, and I was like, "Holy shit, bro!"
The freaking
You
oracle.
could paint that,
It's
with
just
the
murder.
white and the blue and
All
the
God's
green.
creatures do it. You look in the forests and you see species killing other species,
Bro.
our species killing all species including the forests, and we just call it
It'd
industry.
be so easy to do. It'd be so beautiful, bro. There we go.
The
There's
freaking
one.
oracle.
So this would be
Natural born killers.
This would be white. This would all be white. This would all be white right here, because this is where the wave is hitting. And then this would all be white foam at the top of it. And then
Billy Ballantyne.
this would be white down here.
Yes. I need extreme versions of that. Any driftwood with a flowing cavity in it. Like a hollow root.
Bro, I'm going to be finding you so many pieces of driftwood. And I've already got so many. I've been finding places around the house to put them, but I've got so many that are just sitting that aren't being used. Oh my God. But this is totally a wave, and if it was painted, bro, it would be so amazing. I'm looking at pictures of waves, and this is exactly shaped like all of them. It's the perfect shape. It's you just have to find the right picture where it's coming at you. See, these are all from the side. All these pictures are from the side. There's one. There's one. So that's all white. This is all white. This is white right back here. And then you put this is white. The very edge is white out front. This is all white. And then all this is dark blue. This is dark blue. And then
Billy Valentine.
This is just capped white.
After the live treehouse inside it has a black and white trunk look. And can go for upwards of $10,000.
I literally have the image of this wave, bro, right in front of me. This is so funny. Look at this. Look at that wave. So that wave is a perfect representation of this. It's like the exact same thing. All you got to do is put the color on this. It's so funny. Oh, man. That's going to be so badass. I showed you all of these. I've got a bunch that look like this. These are cool. Hollow. Billy, look at this. Psst. It's already set up, bro. It's got that giant cavity in it. But the thing is, at the bottom of it's got that cool ass face on it. It's got a face.
Billy Valentine. Well, that one's what's up. Billy Valentine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Sit like that. Look at that, bro.
Billy Valentine.
It just sits with the.
I just puked my pants.
It sits just like this with the opening. Whoop, coming out of here, and look, there's already a natural opening right here, bro. You put the roots down in there with the soil down in there, the thing coming up through this thing. Naturally, you don't even have to route it. I lacquered this one a little bit. You could fully lacquer it. Do you want them? I guess you want them natural, right? You'll take care of all that shit, whatever you want to do. But I know what to look for, so I'll see if I already have some that are like that. You know, I'll go through my drawers, and I got new pieces that I just got. They're all dried out. My mom's like, "Get that out of the house. What are you doing?" Freaking beautiful.
Billy Ballantyne. It doesn't matter, it turns out. In the art they call it dad wooding, and I fix the wood with everything from wood gloss to Ven super glue. The tree doesn't care since it's not sucking water through it.
Man, that's awesome. I'm tweeting the picture of these three pieces because it doesn't do it justice, man, to show them on the cameras. For some reason, they don't look the same. But I'm going to look on Twitter and see if I can show you that image on the screen. Here, check this out. Yeah, that's so much better. Check this out. Oh, there you go. You can already see it. I want to make it bigger than that, though. Hold on. I'm having a problem here. Okay, here we go. There we go. What? That should have been more rectangular, but still. Look at those, man. Aren't they beautiful? I mean, they are to me. And I got so many of them. And I think they look good.
Billy Ballantyne. Dripping super glue into driftwood turns it rock solid. What do you know?
Yeah. This varnish I was spraying on there, it absorbs in. It takes a while for it to start building up on the outside. I've only used one can though on these pieces, and I've got other ones I want to look at. Like I've got small ones that I thought would make good necklaces and stuff like that. They're all just single pieces that are badass. All right. So that's weird. I've got all these things on my screen I gotta get rid of.
Billy Ballantyne. If you take a quartz crystal and rub it on the driftwood, you feel silly. Restream.io. Congratulations. You've received 100 messages today with Restream chat.
Weird. Why is that flashing like that? Oh, I see. I don't need that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Is that... Why is that on there? We don't need that on there. Right? That doesn't even... Get rid of that. What else are we looking at here that I don't need? Chat. That is not the chat. But it's supposed to be.
Save the chat, man. Okay, this one is that. We don't need that there. Remove that. If I could see what I was doing. This one. We don't need that one. We get rid of that. And this one. It's another screen of the same thing, bruh. We don't need it, bruh. Gone. What's this? One right here. I don't even know. I don't even see it. Oh, it's tiny. Oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay. Watch what you... Oh, that's Cyber's Grow 10. Okay, we're gonna leave that one. Okay, we're cool. And then... Desktop. This one. Okay, we can leave that one. You can leave that one. This one. We can get rid of that. Both allow. Okay, cool. Just removing all of these. I've been really bad about leaving all these extra scenes on my software for broadcast. So it clutters it up really bad, makes it hard to find things. Like when I'm looking for Cyber's Grow Tent. Like if he's on here playing a game. What's this? We don't need that. Why is that there? Let's get rid of that too. Bye-bye. What time is it? Almost noon. Oh, man. Oh. Yeah, I can't wait to go through some of this wood, man. See what I got. Because this is just totally awesome. It looks like a chauffeur. Billy, do you know what a chauffeur is? In the Jewish religion? You know what a chauffeur is? It's a hollowed out horn. It's a ram's horn. And they blow through it like a trumpet for a certain time of year, for one of their holidays, for one of their rituals. Calls the people to pray. Kind of looks like one of those. Except they're usually... Often they'll have a spiral to them. Some of them are short though, like that, and some of them are spiraled and pretty badass. My mom's got a badass one. I bet you it's still here. Let me see.
Billy Ballantyne. Yeah, it's like a lamp, right?
I would blow this, but it'd probably get him upset.
What, honey?
I would blow this, but it'd probably get him upset.
Get who upset? Dog?
Yeah. Oh, he's right here. It's like a lamp. If you take a quarter, what do you think?
Billy Ballantyne. Oh snap. It's an antelope horn.
I thought it was a ram's horn. It's beautiful, bro. This is beautiful. It looks like a shell from the ocean, man. It's beautiful. It's got these beautiful. No one ever sees this. This is up in the. She's got this on a stand in the library shelf. I could play it, but my dog's here. I think it might upset him.
Billy Ballantyne. Ram, antelope, sheep, deer, thing.
Yeah. You guys heard me toot it a little bit when I was putting it back. I gave it a little toot. It's really easy to play, actually. You just gotta go.
Billy Ballantyne. You're right. Ram/sheep. It's big though. Sheesh. Must have
You're
been
the
a
Dodge
Dodge
Ram.
Ram.
So, yeah. Oh, boy. I wonder how much CO2 each one of those rockets is putting up in the air every time. They're launching one like every couple of days. It's crazy. How many freaking satellites need to go up there, you know? And, you know, is there any kind of a limit to what they're allowed to do?
Maxie Williams. Hey Nate.
Yes. Hey, Megsy. My mom's in there. Huffing and puffing. I'm going to go in there. Just hang out with her. Hey, I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys had fun. I will see you this afternoon, either 4 or for 7 o'clock type thing or whatever. In the meantime, look for me over there on Twitter at Nays Garden. There's a lot of stuff you could be retweeting, especially that protest in France. So 500,000 people have seen it. Let's get it to 1 million and share it around. You know, get more people sharing that footage around. It's important. This is what police do to innocent people, man. They don't deserve it. And that shit needs to stop. We need to be setting an example for the rest of the world. You know? So I wrote a bill for Congress years ago to combat this sort of behavior from the police. It applies to police around the world, so, you know, it's something I feel strongly about. So just go share that footage from France. It shows, you know, pretty violent protest from police response to a non-violent protest. Unbelievable. It's shockingly unbelievable. You should be shocked, you should be appalled, and there should be more than 500,000 people looking at that video. So get it out there, please. All right, love you guys. Thanks. Bye. Wait, you know what? Let me give you a link. Let me give you a link to the original tweet while I'm thinking about it. Here, I'll find it. Pat liked my reply. How do you even find this garbage, bro? I told them they have to work at the hog factory. It's freaking sad.
Billy Ballantyne. See? Show lasted till lunch. Time change rocks.
Look, here's the original tweet. This is not my tweet. This is 5 million views.
Maxie Williams.
Please share this around, guys, okay?
Cheers.
Go to Twitter and share this around. There, and share that link on Facebook, guys. Share that link everywhere. Oh, that's my status. No, not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one. Don't share that link. I mean, you could share that link if you wanted to. Hey, it's my status. It's my retweet. I gave you the wrong link. Hold on. Let me find the correct link, though. Okay, I can figure this out. I'm not dumb. I got it. I got it. Here's the direct link, guys. I'm so sorry. This is the original. And feel free to share mine too. But that's the original tweet. That shows a crowd of thousands of people getting beat by over 100 police officers, rabidly kicking and beating them with batons for protesting their retirement age over 2 years. Please share that around, guys. I'd love you if you would consider doing that. Fuck my shit, okay? Don't worry about me. Go over there and share that, all right? The world needs to see this. I shared it with all my biggest retweeters, so I'm hoping you guys will do the same. Share it at everyone you know. All right. Love you guys. Bye.